Oh, what's that?
And of course, you know, we added one new character to the Covenant squad. Lars, this guy shows up in a firefight. Maybe you could walk through.
He does.
So what a mean little bastard he is.
You guys probably remember the engineer from what? He was kind of in Halo 1, sort of.
I think they put him in Halo Wars, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, he was in Halo Wars, but what we did was we brought the engineer back, and I don't know how in depth I should go into what he. I'll just explain what he does because I don't want to give anything away. But in Firefight, he'll actually show up, and what they do is they buff all the Covenant groups around them. So when you see an engineer kind of fly in, you should be first scared, second have someone on your team who's ready to take him out because he makes Firefight much more difficult. But he's a really cool character. He basically floats in and gives overshields to any squad that he's nearby. So if you start seeing grunts, jackals, or maybe even hunters that suddenly have overshields, you know you're in trouble. Someone needs to grab a plasma pistol and take him out.
I don't think it's giving anything away. If you guys have played Halo, you know that Covenant ammunition often comes in the color green. I feel sorry for the little guy having that much explosive material stuck in his back. But you can see that they actually are driven around on phantoms, and it's kind of these garlic, you know, cloves of garlic dangling down beneath. So I don't know what would happen if you shot one of those cloves of garlic, Paul, but it'd be bad for somebody.
Nothing good for performance.
Yeah.
You know, that's actually how Joe would describe the design of this character to the art team. You know, we have these cloves of garlic that just kind of dangle off the end of it. What?
I remember you guys instantly knowing that that was cool.
The cool version of.
So, but right, we don't just have alien characters in this story. We actually have, fortunately, some human folks as well. Marty. This is your moment to shine, Marty.
I can't see the screen. Are you showing headshots of us?
Yeah, it's shots of you guys over at that table. Yeah, you know, we had the Firefly cast basically was in Halo 3, but they played as Marines and ODSTs, and we didn't tell anybody that they were in there until after everybody bought the game, and people found out, hey, that sounds like Nathan Fillion, that sounds like Adam Baldwin. So we knew that was a fun thing. We wanted to bring this back to this much smaller game because it was a smaller story, which then, of course, it turned into a much larger game and a larger story. So several trips to Los
It's like I'm compensating. I don't know.
I didn't say that. Okay, just remember that. Remember that for later. So here are some of the people we have. You see Alan Tudyk, who plays Wash in Firefly, and Adam Baldwin, who's currently on Chuck, but he was also Jane. And the guy on the end, on that end is Nolan North, who's he's probably one of the funniest and most talented voice actors I've ever worked with. That's why he's in so many games. He's playing Romeo. So we've got Mickey, Dutch, and Romeo, and then along with it we've got the famous Nathan Fillion. And
That's a nice cat.
Trisha. You know, the interesting thing about Trisha on this, Nathan of course is playing Buck, and Trisha's playing Dare. And the interesting thing was we had Katie Sackhoff was actually one of our Marines who's also from Battlestar, and she was in Halo 3, and we thought we'd bring her back, and she had some conflict. And so I sent a bunch of pictures of other people out to Joe and company, and they all said, well, can we get number six, right? Yeah. And I'm like, no, we'll never get her. And she was totally willing to do it as long as we contributed money to her Foundation for Cats, and I'm not lying about that. So if there will be a nice foundation money for cats, because, okay.
We make no comment. Because Bungie cares.
It's true. Well, I told you to cast a cat, and you got Trisha, and I don't know what happened. But the cool thing is we not only licensed you got their voices, but we licensed their images, right, Marty?
Yeah, especially with Nathan and Trisha, we wanted them, these were characters that once we got them, Joe started writing the script to be even more specific between these two characters, like they might have had some sort of relationship in the past. I'm not going to spoil, but a little bit of a relationship. It's in there, come on. How do you not have these people with a relationship? Come on.
Again, funeral donations from Marty O'Donnell.
It turns out that both Nathan and Tricia actually did have a little relationship in the past, which was nice, in reality. And so we got them into the studio together, and they had a lot of good chemistry, which was a little scary at first.
Well, let's just show, because we paid money to get Nathan's likeness, and we really wanted to nail the look of Nathan Fillion, and you guys, tell us how we did.
There was something about this, I'm not sure what it was. Was it a color problem? What was it, Joy? Michael, this was your design.
I think we had forgotten to hit a switch on a tag or something. But, no, actually, Eric Elton, who had helped Scott Shepard in modeling the ODST, remembered this fondly, so he sent me this picture.
It's the flock of seagulls picture.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually called the flock of seagulls picture.
Yeah. Don't worry, Buck didn't look like this for long, only one build.
Although his agent approved, I think. Right away. It was Trisha's agent who kept pushing this back and forth, and took forever. But yeah, Buck was like, yeah, that looks like him.
Yeah.
Donate to my, give to my donation for doggies.
Yeah. Needless to say, Nathan Fillion, he's a good guy. But eventually they end up looking like this.
Actually, I kept asking for more flowing hair for Tricia, but apparently there's some sort of performance problem with flowing hair. So.
Was that or have the environment render?
We could have done it if we could have cut music too. That would have worked.
Yeah. So, is there any way to bring the lights down just a little bit? We're going to show a little movie of some of the voice directing and our actors in the studio. We didn't get Adam Baldwin. He had to come on a different day, so we didn't have a camera with us that day. So here, let's get the sound back up. This is sound with this. Present. Oh, that's all right. Let's see.
Well, you want to do this? Be my guest. But this ain't a job you want to rush.
Yeah.
Squad, what's your status? Over? You still with me, Buck?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
My hatch is jammed.
You know the music. Time to dance.
I'll pass on that dance, but you can't show me where to sit.
Romeo Nolan, take 2.
Better late than never. Just saying, Dutch. They missed one.
Who's playing Romeo? This is fantastic.
Who's that?
Ah! Oh! Ow!
Have you started yet?
Okay, sorry.
I'm on page 3.
I'm gonna leave your stuff out here, Fillion. What's that? I'm leaving your stuff out here.
Oh, thank you.
Your sunglasses are scratched. I scratched your iPod with them, your iPhone. So they're both up.
He scratched.
Talk to you later. Let's play some Halo tonight. Okay.
So as you can see, it's just all the time fun with recording actors.
Brian, I think we got one more section. Do we want to go to that now, or?
Yeah, let's do that real quick, and then I want to make sure we have some time for, I'm sure people might have a question or two to throw up here.
All right, so this is the last little section, then we'll go to some questions.